Good afternoon. My name is Barbara Fuller, and as Chair of the Board, I welcome you to this October 15th, 2024 regular meeting of the Washtenaw County Board of Road Commissioners. Our Communications Manager, Tiffany Oliphant, will describe how our meetings operate, how to access the agenda packet, and how people may participate remotely. Tiffany.
Thanks, Chair Fuller. There are multiple ways to make public comment during today's board meeting, whether you are joining us in person or virtually. If you are here in person and would like to make public comment, please fill out the sign-in sheet now. If you are joining us virtually, we will ask you to raise your hand in the appropriate time in the agenda. If you are joining us virtually, we are experiencing technical issues with audio video during the meeting. Submit a comment in the chat feature and I will help you troubleshoot. If you would like closed captioning during this meeting, you will have to manually change your settings. Click on the captions button and select show captions. The audio and video of this meeting is being recorded and a link to the recording will be posted to wcroads.org in the next few days. There are printed copies of today's meeting agenda on the table near the front door. It is also posted on our website. And now I'll turn it over to you, Chair Fuller.
Thank you, Tiffany. I now call this October 15th, 2024 regular meeting to order and ask Tiffany to call the roll.
Chair Fuller.
Present.
Vice Chair Rod Green.
Present.
Commissioner Gloria Llamas is absent at this moment. Commissioner Joanne McCollum.
Present.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs.
Present.
The following directors are in attendance. Director of Engineering and County Highway Engineer Brent Schlack. Director of Operations, Adam Lape, and Director of Finance, Dan Ackerman.
Thank you. Please join us in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Support.
Any additions, deletions, or corrections? Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll.
Commissioner Rod Green.
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCollum.
Yes.
Commissioner Gloria Llamas. Absent. Commissioner Jeff Smurs.
Yes.
And Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, the agenda is approved as presented. We have two sets of minutes to approve today. May I have a motion to accept the board meeting minutes of October 1st, 2024, appearing on pages 4 through 13 of the packet?
So move.
Support.
Additions, deletions, or corrections? Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs.
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCollum.
Yes.
Commissioner Rod Green.
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, the board meeting minutes of October 1st, 2024 are accepted as presented. May I have a motion to accept the working session minutes of October 1st, 2024? Minutes have been appearing on pages 14 through 15.
So
of the
moved.
packet.
Second.
Additions, deletions, or corrections? Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs.
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCollum.
Yes.
Commissioner Rod Green.
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes. The working session minutes of October 1st, 2024 are accepted as presented. Next, we have county commissioner reports. It looks like we have one commissioner with us this afternoon. Commissioner Light, good afternoon. Would you like to share any comments?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I am glad to be able to join you and you all not to be viewing me. So I would like to say that we have a board meeting tomorrow, Wednesday, and we will go as normal and hopefully not until midnight. Just want to update and say I am very pleased with the Road Commission on how they are continuing to meet the goals that I think that have been set before them and taking care of and maintaining our roads. You know, sometimes folks are a little confused on what the job of the Road Commission is. And so I'm just proud that you all are maintaining and doing all that is needed. Just don't forget that it is election time. And if you are not or have family members that are not registered to vote, please encourage them to do so. And we want to make sure that our millages pass. I believe our roads are on the millage as well as seniors. So please join us at the board meeting tomorrow. Commissioner Sanders is out in the field today, and so she couldn't join us, but she sends her hellos. So you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And as always, please let me know if there's anything that I can do for you, and we'll make it happen.
Very good. Thank you, Commissioner Light. Commissioners, anything for the commissioner? No. Okay. Thanks again, Commissioner. We will move on to our next item of business, which is to recognize the retirement of Mike Bernbeck. Proposed motion is whereas Michael Bernbeck has served as a valuable full-time employee of the Washtenaw County Road Commission from May 8th, 1989 through October 23rd, 2024, and has elected to retire on October 23rd, 2024 to enjoy time with his family and friends. And whereas Michael Bernbeck has provided over 35 years of knowledge and experience as a civil engineer within the operations and engineering departments, which has greatly benefited the Washtenaw County Road Commission and the citizens of Washtenaw County. And whereas in having provided over 35 years of faithful and valuable service to the Washtenaw County Road Commission, his knowledge, dedication, and passion will be greatly missed. Therefore, be it resolved that we, the Washtenaw County Board of County Road Commissioners, thank, acknowledge, and commend Michael Bernbeck for his dedicated service and wish him continued good health and happiness and success in all of his future endeavors. Thanks, Mike. Before we do pictures, I'd like to see if there are any other comments that wish to be brought forward.
There are. Thanks, Madam Chair. First, I just wanted to thank Mike for amazing 35 years of service. Your commitment, hard work, wisdom, and experience have guided so many of us here. He will be missed, and thank you, Mike. Also, our Assistant Director of Engineering, Aaron Burkholz, would like to say a few words.
Thanks.
No hat today, Aaron?
No hat today.
No?
I decided to be, professional because it was Mike's retirement, so.
Understand.
He's not wearing his hat either, so at least we match. So again, Aaron Burkholz, Assistant Director of Engineering for the Road Commission. I did write out a few comments here, so I wouldn't forget what I wanted to say. It's been my distinct pleasure to work with Mike at the Road Commission for over 22 years of my career. Which is also, that's the majority of my working career, and that's nearly half of my life. That's not, I'm not taking a shot at you. I'm not taking a shot at you. Mike has had a positive impact on me, not just professionally, but personally. In a world that is now more inclined to fast food relationships, Mike has taken the time to build not only countless county roads, but the foundations for lasting relationships over his career. And that's why there are so many people here, because Mike took the time on all the projects I ever worked with him on to know everyone on the project, from the project manager to a truck driver to an equipment operator. Mike knew all of them. He could tell you about them. Like, hey, Mike, where does that paving operator live? Oh, he lives down in Milan and he's got 2 kids. It was amazing how he would build those relationships and show those people that he cared about them. Mike has seen me go from a college kid with a cut-up Van Halen t-shirt back in the summer of 1996 to a married father of 3 kids. Again, on the personal side, Mike told me early in my career, because I was very comfortable talking to Mike, he knew that I was marrying a Catholic girl and I was not Catholic, and he is. And he said to me, if you ever think about becoming Catholic, no pressure, but I will be your sponsor as you walk that road. And so when Tina and I got married, I went to Mike and said, Mike, would you consider being my sponsor? And Mike's response, not unexpectedly, was, I've said thousands of things to you, and you remembered this one thing that I said to you, sponsor. But again, But again, that took a great deal of friendship on Mike's part to be willing to do that for me. And I can't express the gratitude that I have for Mike, for not only the work that he's done here at the Road Commission, but his friendship to me. And so, Mike, I wish you all the best, and congratulations on this well-earned retirement. I love you. Yeah.
Won't confuse the two of you ever again.
I got one more for you.
Oh, I'm sorry, the chair does not recognize you. Come on,
I was thinking
come to the microphone and identify yourself.
Mike Burnbeck, Washtenaw County Road Commission, outgoing. The chair told me I had to leave, so, no, I was reflecting on how to announce it. And I remember many years ago, your first year, you came down the aisle to take the picture, and you asked me what I did. And my story is, and it has been ever since I started, was I play in a sandbox. A 3-year-old could have ever imagined. Here's everybody that plays my sim.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Denise, would you like to say anything? No. I talked with her earlier about the list of chores she better have ready for you, Mike. And you'll get 15 minutes of retirement and then those kick in. Would anybody else like to make any remarks, please? You're welcome to. Please come forward. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Laundry.
Hi, everybody. I'm Curtis Davis with Miller Brothers Construction. Because Mike would never take anything while we were working, so he's gonna take it now.
All right. Anybody else?
He's got me choked up and crying here, so
Not here. We've got tissues. Do I need to?
I thought I'd have a moment to gather
There you go.
myself before no one else jumped up here. So Kyle Toda with Cadillac Asphalt. And we've spent a lot of time, I think Mike and I, about 15 years, maybe knocking on 20, that we've built roads together. And I just wanted to, never had a chance to tell all you folks, wow. You start crying, you got me.
Take your
What
time.
what a dedicated employee you guys had. And that Mr. Burkholz already has explained part of the reasons why we all feel the way we do. That Mike had a dedication to this place and to build a quality road and to respect every one of our employees. And I wish I wasn't choked up because I had a lot of the stuff I want to tell you guys about Mike, but
Oh,
we're,
give us the good stuff.
well, it is, and I've never really worked with, we currently do work with just about every local agency, private, a lot of private jobs in all of Southeast Michigan. And I don't think I've ever worked with an individual that cared about his job and what the projects that he's building the way he does. And it's gonna be missed. So I'm gonna get up, down.
Next, anybody?
Dan Ackerman, Director of Finance. Mike, 1989 is when you started here. That's like before grunge music, right? That's before the grunge started?
In our world, it's not the dinosaur.
I'm not too far behind you, but it's been great working with you. And appreciate all these years, just you sharing your wisdom and working with finance, and you will be missed. And definitely enjoy retirement. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Is this young man making his way to the front?
I'm just walking.
Okay, okay. Anyone else? Okay. Well, Mike, too bad nobody's gonna miss you. That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
I'm not leaving town, so.
Oh, all right, all right. Well, I haven't known you for 35 years, only 11, but it's been a pleasure. It's very nice that his beautiful wife Denise is with us today to share this occasion. And at this point in time, we will formally adopt this resolution during the consent agenda. But what we'd like to do is get some pictures. Not quite sure how to do this with, I think, Tiffany, didn't we have everybody come up here last time so that you could be in the back and see
We can do that,
forward?
but we
So-
usually take the picture with you, the board first,
Board.
and then Mike, and then we do the group, take the group
Okay.
picture from there. Yeah, I'll take the group picture the other way.
Okay, okay.
I can move both ways.
But he could.
You're gonna be accommodating today, are you? Okay. Might be easiest, board, if we just come up here in front, Mike, if you want to come up. Oh, nice.
Want me in front of you or next to you?
I know.
Front. We'll come down here.
Okay.
Yes.
I can't slide that to the side.
It'll move a little bit.
We don't want to move.
You can have it on gold cover, my friend.
Oh, boy.
Isn't that nice?
They spend extra money.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then you can get the group. And if everybody can be in the group here and come together, I'll go up this way. Yeah, if you just stand in front of the chairs, I don't want to see the chairs.
We can go there, well, there's no chair.
If you can stand in front of the chairs. We don't see the chairs. You guys can come down here and get in the picture. The group picture. Oh, no, 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 we got to come together. We gotta you gotta come together. In front of everybody, tall people in the back, short people in the front.
That's why it worked well up here.
Right. I see some of the, are vertically.
I'm taking a picture. It's all right. I'm already in one. You're not in one. No, I'm not. When you came, the nieces came.
Okay, that's fine.
What the heck? That's not gonna work. No one is.
They saw you coming and they took off to the front.
Okay, well, there's a big hole. Come on, scooch in a little bit more. There you go. Come on, people on the end here. Yes, closer. Close in a little bit. I see a little peepee over here. I tell you. All right. Here we go. One. You come on in, Barb. There you go. Hold on. Kurt, I don't see you. Thank you.
All right.
Somebody trying to come in the door? Okay. All right. It's okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. You're welcome.
Are you serious? Who's Evan?
Oh,
Rooms to hear.
yeah.
This is massive.
Yeah, I grabbed his water bottle this morning.
Yes. But I wanted you to see
took
that
mine
this
to
is a
school as well.
compilation of everybody's comments. You are the first one in each category. So this is one commissioner, this is another. So if you wanted to look at that to see what other people said, but then I'm going to turn all of this over to Nicole to put in his personnel file. So when you're done with it, just give it back to me and I'll give it to her. Okay, both sets. Thanks for being here. Well, we even had a representative from the Scioto Township Road Committee, so.
Wow, great.
All right, let's proceed now. Next item on our agenda is public comment. This is the time set aside on the agenda to receive comments from the public. This is not intended to be a period for dialogue. Each person will be allotted 3 minutes to address the board, and Tiffany will explain how people may be recognized to offer comments.
Since this is a hybrid meeting with both in-person and virtual attendees, we will take turns between those attending in person and virtually. For virtual attendees, we have provided some instructions on the screen on how to participate and make public comment. If you're attending this meeting virtually, you would like to make public comment, please raise your hand now. If you dialed into the meeting from your phone, please raise your hand by dialing *9. I will unmute virtual attendees with raised hands one at a time, and will announce your username and last 4 digits of your phone number. When it is your turn to speak, please share your name and address before beginning your comments. For in-person attendees, we will start with those who have signed up on the sign-in sheet as you walked in. If you did not sign in, you are welcome to make comment. I will notify you when it is your turn. At this time, we do not have public comment.
Thank you very much. We will move on to written communications is our next item. They appear on pages 16 through 25 of the packet. Commissioners, anything you wish to draw our attention to? Yes.
Madam Chair, may I call attention to the communication we received from the County Road Association Self-Insurance Fund, where Washington County Road Commission is recognized as the best of the best, and we received an award for having the lowest injury rate in its payroll classification. I was thinking it might be nice if we had this award in the lobby to at least let the public know that we're doing a great job. But I also like to commend the commission for keeping us safe.
Thank you very much. And we'll work on getting that award posted publicly. Commissioner McCollum, did you? Oh,
No,
all
I'm
right.
good.
Commissioner Yamas.
I wanted to second that and to also recognize that MDOT Local Agency Safety Program also, we won an award, and thanks to everyone here for that. The Washtenaw County Road Commission for achieving the lowest experience modification factor in its payroll and classification of the coverage year of 23 and 24. Great work to this team.
Thank you. Anything else? No? Okay, we will move on to our new business and the consent agenda. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Items 1 through 11. The motions are on pages 26 through 58, background on pages 60 through 74 of the packet.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Support.
Any items you wish to ask questions about or draw our attention to? Seeing none, Tiffany, if you would please call the roll.
Commissioner Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner McCollum,
Yes.
Commissioner Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Smurs,
Yes.
and Commissioner Fuller.
Yes, we have approved the consent agenda items 1 through 11 as presented. We have one action item to consider today. May I have a motion to direct staff to host an in-house auction for the sale of 2 property parcels in Sharon Township? The motion is on page 59. The background is on pages 75 through 80.
Madam Chair, that upon the recommendation of the Director of Engineering County Highway Engineer and concurrence of the Managing Director, the board hereby approves the acquisition of a 1,018 square foot public road easement and a 2,650 square foot temporary grading permit, more particularly described in Exhibit A and Attachment A respectively, located upon a parcel of property commonly known as 4900 Carpenter Road, Pittsfield Township, Michigan, with a corresponding tax identification number of L-12-14-400-005 from the property owner, JWK Washtenaw Holdings LLC, in the amount of $10,500.
Support.
Any discussion? Hearing none, if you would please call the roll, Tiffany, on the motion appearing on page 59.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCollum,
Yes.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, that motion is approved. We will move on to the report section of our agenda, starting with Commissioner Yamas.
So I reviewed the October 1st working session on Facebook, and that's the end of my report.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Green,
I have no report. Thank
no
you.
report. Commissioner Smurs,
On October 15th, I attended chat I'm sorry, on October 2nd, I attended chat. We did not have any attendees. That's on my report.
Commissioner McCollum.
I have no report. Thank you.
You're welcome. I will report that on October 9th, I attended the weekly chat session and we had one guest. I want to encourage people to sign up for the Washtenaw County Road Commission's blood drive. 2 dates are available to us here for that donation, October 23rd, for which I've signed up, and then again in January, on January 25th of 2025. Encouraging everyone to get your COVID-19 booster and your flu vaccine. Let's try and stay healthy this year, folks. And then remember to vote on or before November 5th. This is a general election date. There is voting by no reason absentee ballot. There's also 9 days of early in-person voting. I encourage people to check the Washtenaw County website to see where the polling location nearest you is. Not every city or township will be open for in-person early voting. So have a plan and make sure you know where you need to go to do that if that's the method you choose to exercise. Staff reports and updates. I will turn this over to our Director of Engineering, Brent Schlack, who is here on behalf of the Managing Director. The staff reports appear on pages 81 through 91. Mr. Schlack.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First off, are there any questions on the staff reports?
Don't see any.
Okay. So just I'll have a quick update for myself and then I'll pass it on to the directors. So I had the pleasure this morning meeting with 2 new employees, Conroy Opoka and Shelby Rockowitz during our new employee orientation this morning. Conroy, he's a heavy truck driver for our stateside crew, and Shelby's our new communication associate. She's in attendance today observing Tiffany. So I'd like to welcome both of them to the Road Commission. And just like was brought up by Commissioner Green and Commissioner Yamas, to bring the board to attention to page 19 of the packet. That's the award for CRASIF and having the lowest injury rate in the payroll classification for the state and being the best of the best. So this award just shows the importance of safety and bringing a safety conscious culture to our employees. And we've embraced that, and this award just recognizes that effort. So yeah, I'll definitely work with Matt on trying to get that posted here publicly, that award. So, and then I'd also like to bring to attention page 22 of the packet, and that's the award letter from MDOT that Commissioner Yamas brought up. That was a safety project award from the local agency safety program. It's for fiscal year 26. And it's for over $800,000 to construct a center left turn lane along Textile Road between Hero Drive and Bridge. And it also includes a traffic signal at Textile and Bunton. So this is a big shout out to our traffic and safety department. They did an excellent job with this safety grant application, and especially Michelle Ford and Elena Yanakina. So with that, I'll pass it on to the directors. So first up is our Assistant Director of Engineering, Aaron Burkholz.
Thanks, Brad. Aaron Burkholz, Assistant Director of Engineering for the Road Commission. So it's been a very busy road construction season, and it always gets particularly busy as the leaves start to change because everyone realizes that construction season is coming to an end. So the majority of the 2024 countywide HMA paving projects have been completed. There are a few projects remaining. One of those projects, the one that's currently ongoing, is on Platt Road, between Willow Road and Judd Road in York Township. That work's being performed under an agreement with the York Township Board. And they've milled the road, and actually paving is going on right now on there. So I talked to Mike earlier today, and they're paving today and tomorrow, and then the new asphalt should be on the road. So
Great.
moving along well. The Jackson Road westbound concrete pavement project between Myrtle and Jackson Industrial. A significant portion of that was funded with millage funds, as well as SIO DDA funding. And the work has been substantially completed. The lanes were reopened last week on October 17th, so all lanes have been opened back up. There's some punch list related items. We need to install some traffic signal related sensors in the pavement. But again, that work would be performed under like a short-term daytime lane closure. And now that we've restored all the lanes out there, there's plenty of room for the vehicles to get around the work. The Stony Creek Road Bridge over Paint Creek in Ypsilanti Township. That has made great progress. Brent provided the previous update to the board that the new box culvert, which is quite large, has been installed. They're backfilling the road approach to the box culvert right now. And they're hoping that by the end of this week, they're constructing the aggregate base for the new road. So great progress being made there. There's a new signal going in at Huron Road and Brinker Drive in Ypsilanti Township. They're working right now on the mast arm foundations, so the large concrete foundations that go in. And we're hopeful that the steel mast arms should be arriving later this month. It's been a real challenge with steel mast arms because of the demand and the limited number of fabrication facilities that exist nationally to actually obtain those in a timely fashion. So again, we're hopeful that we have those steel mast arms by the end of the month. We've been working on a federal aid safety project that included centerline corrugations. And that included most of Willis Road between the city of Saline and Rawsonville Road. So those corrugations are all in place now along the center line. Again, the intention there is to draw driver attention when they cross that center line, to try to get them back on the right side of the yellow line. So pleased to have that in place. As part of that same project, we will be installing a high friction surface treatment on Workner Road and Old US 12 over in the western part of the county. But that work is expected to carry over into the spring. The application of that surface treatment is quite sensitive to temperatures and moisture. And so generally you have to pick the summertime months to work on that. So that'll be completed next year. We've got a number of permits projects that are ongoing. So the Stabler Road at Park Road project, where the new culvert is being installed, work there is ongoing. We've got Morgan Road. So that's associated with the Amazon development there at Carpenter and Morgan. As part of that road improvement agreement, Amazon is improving Morgan Road between Carpenter Road and Michigan Avenue. That stretch is being paved. And so that is making quick progress. They're really pushing on that project to get it done. We've got, there was some work associated with the crossovers on Jackson Road down near Baker Road as part of that residential development on the south side of Jackson Road. And the contractor there has completed the crossover relocation work. So those are open now. We've done a lot of paving through partnerships with our townships on local county roads and subdivisions. Some of those that have been completed, Green Farms in Ypsilanti Township is complete. Medi Drive and Dino Drive here in Scioto Township are complete. Lore Lake and Mallard Cove in Pittsfield Township are complete. We're working right now in the Arbor Creek subdivision in Pittsfield Township. That's off of Oak Valley Drive out behind the Target. We're in there working right now. So there's concrete work that's ongoing. And then we're getting ready to start or actually today was the first day, again, another update that Mike provided me with, on Blueberry, Laurentide, and Park Ridge. All three of those are through an agreement with Ann Arbor Township. And pulverization is expected this week where they crush and shape the road and then do an asphalt overlay. So that's getting started this week. And then we've had a lot of work on traffic calming projects this season, also known as speed humps. And we've substantially completed that work, work on Stevens Drive, and on Overbrook Drive, both there in Superior Township. That work has been substantially completed. We've got a few signs to install and some pavement markings, but then all that work will be done. So again, the Road Commission website is a great resource for all of our projects. Appreciate the work of the communication staff here, especially Tiffany, now Shelby. Really, we use that so much to keep the public informed of the goings on with these improvements. So.
Very good. Any questions for Aaron? Commissioner McCollum?
Yes.
Jackson Road is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
So glad it's done.
Yes, as am I. Yes.
So the Amazon building, are they gonna do, I don't know if you have this information, are they gonna do two buildings? I see the one building. And then it looks like there's a space for another building.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Brent, do you know? off the
Yeah,
top of your
I
head?
believe it's just one building. I don't know if there's any type of fueling station or anything.
Cause they graded the other part of it. And I was
Yeah,
just wondering how that traffic was gonna be at that area.
yeah, so they will have access to Morgan Road. And then there'll be another traffic signal. So there's an existing traffic signal at Carpenter and Center Valley, or Carpenter and just north of Morgan. And then there won't be one in between Morgan and so so there'll be three traffic signals for their driveway essentially. So yeah, I can come back to you though and let you know if what the actual site plan looks like.
Okay,
But I believe it's just one big building and
okay.
similar to what they have in other locations.
Yeah, thank you.
Those will all be our lights,
They'll all be our traffic signals, correct?
because we do a nice job of making traffic flow.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Madam Chair. Commissioner Yamas?
I'd like what you send to Joanne. If you could send it to me, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll provide it to all the board. I'll just provide an update to that development. I know that on the agenda today was the acquisition, which will help move that project along. The acquisition was for mainly a right turn lane along Carpenter Road onto Morgan. So now they can start with that portion of that project. So yeah, I can definitely provide an update on what that development will look like.
Pittsfield might have something on their website too about that project.
They may, but we have
Okay.
everything within our permit files.
Also, a great report, but couldn't write as quick as you were talking.
Of
So
course.
is that on the project page, everything that you were talking about?
Yes, all those projects are on the project page.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Sign up for all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a box you can check for everything or not, but
I'd rather go on here, my email is.
yeah. Anything else? Nope. Thanks, Aaron.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thanks, Aaron.
Thank you.
Next up is Dan Ackerman, our Director of Finance.
Good afternoon, Board. Dan Ackerman, Director of Finance. Just a few things to report on. We're working on our final township billings, which is pretty awesome. Working closely with the operations department. I believe there's 3 or 4 that we're getting ready. There's a couple we've already sent. And the goal is to try and have everything sent prior to year end, so we can send out the invoices and hopefully receive payment in time for our audit and everything. So, but that seems to be going well. Next week is our first budget meeting as a leadership team. So really looking forward to that. 'Tis the season. I can say so far, nothing's really jumping out at me as far as a concern with regards to the budget. I always tell the leadership team I don't like surprises, so we'll see if there's any surprises that we've had that's come up recently. And I have shared with you the trends for Michigan transportation funds, which to me is a bit concerning, but obviously we are just monitoring that closely. And if we have to make some adjustments, we will. As you know, we run a conservative budget, so we'll make sure that the budget for the Michigan transportation funds is conservative. We still have at least 1 or 2 more months of Michigan Transportation Funds
Right.
data that we'll receive, but it's something that the trend is not where I would like it to be, but I guess time will tell on that one. Also, we've been working on, there's been some union contract changes that we've been implementing, just normal part of the contract, but it's been keeping Tracy Balkwell, who handles our payroll, busy. We take all those very seriously, of course. We want to make sure we get it right. So that's a few things she's been working on. We also submitted our special assessment tax roll information to any impacted townships. I think we only have a couple left, but we have to send them how much to assess their property owners for specific road projects. And there's only a couple that are remaining, but we want to make sure we get all the information to the townships in a timely manner so they can put it on their winter tax rolls and so on. And we have a good rapport with all the townships that are involved with this. So, but that's all been done. And finance is really getting ready for our busy season, which we're busy all year, but especially starting around November through March-ish, we're busy with year end and audits and rolling our system over and physical inventory counts. So definitely, time for us to roll up our sleeves and get to work. So, but we'll be ready and looking forward to it. So. And that's my report, unless there's any questions.
Anything for Dan?
Okay.
Thank you, Dan.
Great, thank you.
Sam? Next up, last but not least, is Adam Lake, our Director of Operations.
Good afternoon, Adam Lake, Director of Operations. This week, our heavy equipment crew is working on finishing 2 culvert installations as a part of the stormwater grant. So we're working Sheridan Road and Feldkamp Road. So Sheridan Road is from Ken between US 12 and Allen Road, and that's Bridgewater, Manchester, kind of shared on that township border there, and Sheridan Road goes north and south there. Excuse me. Then you have Feldkamp Road, also essentially going north and south. That's in Saline Township, and we're working between US 12 and Clare, so just north of 12 there.
Okay.
Those are good sized culverts. We've run a few excavators, taken us a couple days to get them in there each one, but the crew's going pretty good. Weather's worked itself out here, a little wet towards the end of last week, but we made it work timing wise, kind of fit into the schedule. So I'm doing pretty good. These will be the last 2 larger scale culverts we'll probably do for the year, unless we find an absolute great window in the weather to do something additional. With that also, dry run continues. So we've done a couple inspections. We'll get some pictures and some video once we finish up all the inspections. They've been taking some good pictures for us as we've worked through it. So we've inspected District 1, District 3, and District 5 equipment. And obviously outstanding, we have 2 and 6 and District 4, and then our specialized crews, so our state trunk line crew and heavy equipment crews. So still a little bit to go, and then we'll do another little standalone dry run with some of our facilities equipment and our shop equipment, just to get us prepared for the winter, and then start doing some snow and ice training before we get into the throes of winter. And also I wanted to take a moment and really thank Mr. Burnback and even acknowledge him. There was no way I was doing that without crying like everybody else. So Mike's done many, many things for us as an organization, but a lot of us personally too. So I think he's a great guy. It's a lot of fun. And he is right when he said that he probably won't be too far away from a lot of us, because I think we'll probably still be calling him with some questions. I've been even this week busy downloading things from his mind from our facilities, because he's had a lot of involvement in how we built some of our facilities. So critical for Dennis Bussey and myself to have that as we move forward with some of the things we've been talking about the latter half of this summer here about feasibility studies and property acquisition, things like that, that we're working to make better things for this road commission. So he's been real helpful. So it's been nothing but a pleasure working with him. So he's absolutely amazing. If there are any other questions, that is my update.
Anything for Adam?
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Adam.
Hey, thanks, Adam. All right, I'll turn it back
You're all
over to
set?
you. Yes.
Okay. All right, that concludes the staff reports and the updates. Let me remind everyone that our next board meeting is at 1 o'clock on November 5th. That is election day. So we continue to convene. It's election day, but we'll be here to do the business of the road commission. Upcoming virtual chat sessions. October 16th, Commissioner Green, October 23rd, Commissioner Yamas, and October 30th, Commissioner McCollum. There's no further business to come before the board. May I have a motion to adjourn? So moved.
Second.
Tiffany, if you would, please.
Commissioner Gloria Yamas,
Yes.
Commissioner Joanne McCollum,
Yes.
Commissioner Jeff Smurs,
Yes.
Commissioner Rod Green,
Yes.
Commissioner Barb Fuller.
Yes, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone. See you in a couple of weeks.